It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
57, Mike.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Tony Pollard on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle made by
he was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The ball carrier. Cody Barton.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in a big lumber to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Ezekiel Elliott.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Taken down at the 41.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Diggs on the
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 35-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
It don't matter. It don't
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Complete to
Tony Pollard. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
The score, Cowboys 7, Seahawks nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, living Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Hey, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Carlos Hyde. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Cowboys 7, Seahawks nothing.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Come on, let's go. 25, 25. 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Carson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Wilson with
tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
He was tackled at
that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. First down, a run with Hyde. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Brought down at the 28.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Complete to Philip.
One thing about the Seattle Seahawks offense, they are a run-first group, but when they throw the ball, they want to throw it downfield and sting defenses. And Philip Dorsett provides great speed and a good target downfield in order to get that done. Nice catch there. His speed adds an extra dimension to the Seahawks offense.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this 1st half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
57's a mark. 57's a mark. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They run it with Carson. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is Tony Pollard. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. 3rd down here.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. A give to Elliott. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
He was taken down by...
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Less than a yard.
Throwing, Prescott. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Blake Jarwin.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now.
6 yards.
As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 48-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Final play of the half, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Tony Pollard
making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Taken down by Bobby.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On second down now, it's Elliott, and this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He was taken down by Bobby.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Third down, it's Prescott. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
1-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Ball carrier.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He was taken down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Taken down at the
Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
1st down, Dallas.
This is Elliott. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Ball carrier.
Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is DJ Reed returning. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. From the gun, a give to Hyde. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Dontari Poe on the tackle.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
To
throw on 3rd down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He's at the 30. 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a 1st down.
16 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of
another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Cowboys 21, Seahawks 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Carson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over, so a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
He's back to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott to throw. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end. Line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Not a bad idea to start overtime. Feed the hot hand.
And understand that when you're feeding that hot hand, everyone else is pretty much in agreement on it. You know, a team looks at their game and says, all right, who's playing really well? Let them touch the football, and we'll do our job to help him along.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I'd kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.